So the human equivalent of ADHD and glitter went on Celebrity Big Brother. So today, I'm gonna be talking about Jojo Siwa and her going on Celebrity Big Brother. There are two big things that people have been talking about. Her interaction with Mickey Rourke. I actually don't know how you say Rourke. I think that's how you say it. Him being a disgusting homophobic piece of shit. Him threatening her with corrective rape, which is pretty disgusting. Um, Basically, when she went to the house, if you don't know what Big Brother is, it's a reality TV show where a bunch of people go to like this house and they stay in there for like what was it, like a couple months or something, and people get voted off every week. And it's 24 hours, 24/7 surveillance. There are hella cameras everywhere. They're isolated in this house. Um, but it started in the 90s in the U.S. I think it was in the U.S. But I know in the U.S. it started I think in the 90s or early 2000s, and there are a bunch of others in other countries, and they have the Celebrity Big Brother, which is in the UK. I think I don't know if it's Celebrity Big Brother UK or if it's just Celebrity Big Brother. I think it's just Celebrity Big Brother, and it just takes place in the UK. But there actually is two different versions of Celebrity Big Brother. This one was Celebrity Big Brother UK. I wasn't sure if it was like different ones or if it was just one Celebrity Big Brother and it took place in the UK. But this one was Big Brother UK. Jojo Siwa was on it, and this other this like actor, and they said he was I think a boxer or something. Mickey Rourke, who's an old ass geriatric dude who looks like I don't even know. Looks like he's been on too many roids and has too many roids and too much Botox. Um, he he was being very gross and creepy towards JoJo because she identified as a lesbian at the time. Because he was a lesbian, he asked her if she liked boys or girls, and she said girls, and he was just being really gross towards her, saying that if he stays for more than 4 days, she won't be gay anymore, which is just so weird and just being creepy and like antagonizing her. But thank God he got kicked out for doing that. Then that's one of the things, which is it's just crazy that for him to act like that on fucking live television on TV. Like, did he think that he was just gonna get away with doing that? I'm really confused. But then again, he's an old ass white man, so yeah, of course he thought he was gonna get away with it. But he there was yeah, so he said that stuff to her, and she was clearly upset about it. And then she went to talk to this other dude that was in the house named Chris Hughes, who is I think he's a TV host, and he was on Love Island, which is another reality TV show that started in the UK. It's one of those like romance shows or whatever where people go in the house and they get coupled up or whatever the fuck. And so they start to get really close, and he's mind you he's 10 years older than her. She's 21, he's like 32, and it just starts to get really weird. Especially since JoJo, well at the time had a partner named Kath, and they just start to get really weird and too close, like cuddling up with each other, like touching each other was not necessary. There's a one where they were like dancing together, and they were they were holding up on each other in the hot tub and stuff like that, which is just weird. And there was a scene where I don't know if he had something on his shorts, and she was sitting next to him, and he was telling her to lick it off, and says something about imagine if that wasn't chocolate. What? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Like that's weird. That's a weird thing to say. You know what I mean? And if it was anybody else, if it was like if it was anyone else, if it was like people that were closer in age, and one of them didn't have a partner, like who cares? You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't. But it's just weird with the context of it. And Kath, after there was even a scene where I think it was Chris reading the letter. It was a letter from JoJo's mom, and talked about she mentioned Kath, and I think about Kath missing her or something like that, and she was like upset about it, and she started to get really upset and feel weird. I think because she was questioning herself and her sexuality, and it was just like I've seen people kind of bring up this whole thing about how it's okay to explore your sexuality, or sexuality is fluid, which is true. It is okay to explore your sexuality. Sexuality is fluid, but it's not okay to do that while you're in a relationship. That's not okay. All right, it's fine, especially when you're young. to like not fully know yourself, but like to do that, act like that while you're in a relationship is not okay. And and there was a scene where uh where she was like, I'm not basically saying she's not a lesbian anymore, and she said like fuck the L, and saying that she's queer and things like this. And it's just weird to say fuck the L. I just think that's weird, you know. And then also I think that uh then after that, Kat came out with, what was it, like a 30-minute video about how JoJo had broke up with them at the like wrap up party of the show, and and even took time to mention that Chris was in the other room while she did it. Yikes, yikers. And I heard that allegedly JoJo's been a cheater as well, uh, which isn't surprising. I think that it's unfortunate that this had to go on, down on live television. Imagine how embarrassing that would be to be in a relationship with someone, to be in a public relationship with somebody, and then to see them act like this on fucking television. Like that. That's crazy, and that's like, because that's humiliating for you. I think I don't know what to think of the whole relationship with her and Chris. I mean, I do think that it's weird, but like when it comes to the realness of it, like because when you're super isolated in a house, it's like it's easy to start falling for someone like that. You know, when you're just in a house all day for a long period of time, and it's just like I don't know if he was just messing with her. A lot of people think that, which I wouldn't be surprised. Dudes do that shit all the time. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't can't tell if he was just messing with her or if he was just or if he was genuinely like feeling her in some way or so. Like I don't know. And I don't know how she feels because I've seen some clips where it seems like she wasn't as into it as he was, but then I've seen some clips where it's the opposite, and I don't know because then there was also an interview that they did after leaving the show where he was saying that it's just a close friendship or whatever, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Bottom line, like it's really weird. I think that fortunate for JoJo as well because like because a lot of people talk about how she doesn't know herself, and I honestly think that probably is the case, especially since she is a child star, and a lot of child stars have that problem where they don't know who they are. You know, they don't know who they are. They don't have a sense of self, and they tend to go through different things in different eras, so many different eras in their life because they don't know who they are. And I think that probably is, especially since she's been doing this since she was 2 years old, since she was very young, and her mom has been pushing her to do this because she's exploited her for a long time. And I think it's unfortunate, but it's sad that something that you can't do, in private, like it's a public thing, That's but it is something that she chose to do though. At the same time, it's like she still chose to feed into this thing with him, and break up with her partner at the fucking closing party of this show, which is insane. Um, I think that because allegedly as well, Kath flew from Australia to wherever that party was as well. Like went out of her way to fly there just for you to break up with her. That's really messed up. And this isn't even the only like controversial thing that JoJo's been in. She's been in like a bunch of different controversial stuff like over the past few years, like the whole thing about her. Well, this isn't that serious, but like her claiming that she invented gay pop, which is just an insane thing to say. Um, and then also that just that very cringy rebrand she did where she went into this fake ass Kiss outfit and did that Karma song, which is so awful. That scene of her with that girl doing that, whatever the hell that like dry humping motion is, I just can't get over that. That shit is so it's like it's nightmarish. Like it's nightmare fuel to me. Like it's so cringe. And then also her having a show with her mom that was basically like a bootleg dance moms. That where they allegedly were very very the little girls that were on that show were very very mistreated. There was a girl who had some sort of illness that was going on with her where she had got surgery and they forced her to dance well after she had surgery or something like that, and it was like really bad for her. Obviously, I can't remember. I watched a video about it a long time ago, but it was really bad. It was awful. And also her defending Colleen Ballinger, and I think also Shane Dawson. No, wait, no, I think it was Colleen Ballinger and James Charles. I think she was defending them because she was. And the thing is the way that she went about defending them, it doesn't matter if what way she went about it, it would be wrong either way. But the way she was talking about how like she was friends with them since she was like a 12 and stuff, it's like yeah, that's weird. That's weird that these grown ass adults were friends with you when you were a kid like that, and trying to claim that all the allegations are fake. Even though when it comes to Colin Bad and James Charles, there's plenty of proof for the stuff that they did. There's plenty of proof of it. You know what I mean? There's plenty of proof of the stuff that they did. That's not something that can just be denied. You know what I mean? And also the way that she treats her fellow like dance moms, like co-stars that she used to be on the show with, like Maddie and Mackenzie and Chloe and stuff and Nia, the way she acts about like them not like there was a time where they had a reunion for the show. I forgot how long ago this was. I think this was like what, like a couple years ago or something. I don't exactly remember, but where she was basically like calling them out for not showing up because like, oh, because it's like one of those situations where like someone acts like just because somebody brought them fame you're supposed to just like let go of the mistreatment you got, and it's just insane to me. Like I don't care if Abby Lee Miller and Dance Moms was what made these girls famous. It doesn't matter. You all were emotionally and verbally abused on this show. You know what I mean? You all were horribly mistreated, and you guys were children and we're put under so much pressure and we're completely mistreated. So for you to try to act like they're wrong for not wanting to show up, even though, even though like they were horribly mistreated, I don't blame them for not showing up. I wouldn't have showed up either. Like what? Like they want to move on from that, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to keep showing up for stuff. And also, that's like reopening wounds. You know what I'm saying? Like they've already moved on from this. I don't blame them for not showing. I think that's disgusting to talk to people like that, to weaponize like gratefulness against victims. You know, and it's sad because she's a victim too. She's a victim of that too, and it's sad that she hasn't realized that yet. It's really sad. And also, it makes me think, like I said, going back to her relationship with Colleen Ballinger, there was even like a whole thing where she was friends with her Colleen Ballinger's sister. I think her sister's name is Rachel, and she's all a lesbian, I think. And there was a video, and this I think I don't remember if JoJo. She was really, I think this is when she had just turned 18, and she had came out as a lesbian. And Rachel was asking her if she was a top or a bottom, which is so fucking weird to ask someone who just turned 18 when you're way older than them. That's just fucking creepy, man. Like it's just it's insane. Like when people are just like we always love to pull the well they were nice to me shit about when it comes to when people bring up like abuse and mistreatment from people, and then you have people that are friends with them like that and be like, well they were nice to me. It's like it doesn't matter, okay? There's proof, there's evidence of Colleen Ballinger and James Charles being fucking creeps. So for you to go and defend them is disgusting. And you know what I mean? It's just it's so insane. It's like she keeps just getting herself into trouble. Like I don't get it. Like it's so weird. Like it just take time to just. I just wish so many people would just learn to just shut the fuck up. Sometimes, like I don't get it. Just so you don't have to say your opinion about everything. Just learn to be quiet for fucking once. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's all I really have to talk about. Um, thank you for listening.